Many are there in the previous class? Anybody knows? Is there anybody to join? Okay, I will start the class. Are you able to hear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. If you have any doubts, please write in the chat box. And again, you mute yourself. Okay. If you have any doubts, please write in the chat box. Then I will see that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Somebody you are muting. Okay. Okay, right. Nice. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
I'm here
Good
to
afternoon,
discuss.
sir.
Okay, madam. Okay, good afternoon. Right. Today I'm here to discuss about the subject called as software engineering. Software engineering is one kind of a subject which enables you to get an idea about how software is going to be and how software is going to be the critical aspect in development. And I think some disturbance is there in mic. Somebody unmuted them. Please mute yourself. Raghavendra Gaud. Okay, right. So whenever we are discussing about the software, first we need to know what is software and definition of software, how the people are going to be dealing with this software. And most of you know that software is set of instructions or program which is going to be developed for the purpose of performing some task. So most of you know softwares are of wide varieties. There are different kinds of softwares are available to you. Whatever softwares you are able to access as a user or end user, we say. The applications which are accessed by you as an end user are called as application softwares. And they can be easily available and they are free to install into your PCs or mobile phones or any kind of devices. But there are some softwares which are not supposed to be accessed by the end users totally. They have limited access to some kind of softwares, something like operating systems. So they are called as system softwares. So these are two varieties which we regularly see in our textbooks, that is application softwares and system softwares. We know that software is a set of instructions, just now I told you, but who is the responsible for developing this kind of softwares? And who are the people to develop this kind of softwares? A person called as programmer or a developer who knows any kind of a programming language, such as C, C++, or Java, or .NET, or any kind of a programming language. He is the person to develop the software. So how the person is going to develop a software, on what basis he is going to develop the software? How he is going to develop? First thing is, he must know some kind of a coding. If he doesn't know any type of a coding, there are free softwares creation also available on site, online. Apps development. Without knowing any coding also, the people are ready to use or develop some kind of apps. Apps in the sense they are called as a softwares also. So then how, on what basis this software is going to be developed? So you are developing one software, it means that there is some purpose for that one. Who will be giving you the initiation that you, the person, you just start this application to be developed, who will give you the chance? So on what basis the software is going to be developed? That is the second case. Now, before we discuss in depth with the subject, first of all, I will ask one question. Let us say that first, softwares are developed for the purpose of solving some kind of issues regarding any kind of environment in which the user is working. Software is one kind of a thing which is meant for solving issues, problems of programming, or some kind of an issues, online kind of an issues. Then an issue comes that softwares have to be developed. So my direct question to you all, that if you are given some problem and write a C code to develop an application for that problem, so how many days you can take and how many lines of codes it need? Anyone can answer in the chat box. That the problem will be given to you. Let us say that there is some kind of an application, ATM application. Let us say that ATM. As a student, if you are given a task that you just develop an application regarding ATM application, so how many days you are going to take and how many lines of code you are involving in that one? You can use any of the programming language, either it is C, C++, or Java. As a student, write in the chat box, Ivan. Anyone, write in the chat box how many days it may take to develop one application as a student. Are you able to hear me? Hello? Students, are you able to hear me? Okay, right. So what is the answer regarding the question, that is, if you have given based on the time and space complexity of a particular language? Okay, right, very good. Time and space complexity. Okay, right. Let us say that you have given some kind of a time. Let us say that if you are developing an application, it roughly the minimum time is required is 3 months to 4 months. Time in the sense, in the days, in terms of days, I am saying. Working hours is different. Number of days, in how many number of days you are going to develop a particular application. So you may need at least 3 to 4 months to develop an application. How many lines of code it may need? Let us say that you are taking 4 months, the number of people are working on that application are few. Let us say that there are 2 people are working on that. Let us say that application needs around 10,000 lines of code. So the work will be shared. 10,000 lines of code have been written by 2 people. Let us say that they are sharing 5,000 lines each and 4 months. So what happens if an application is delivered or used by the entrepreneur who has given you a task? It means that you have given a task by the college or university to develop this application called as ATM. So any application like student application, student system application, it needs around 3 to 4 months. For example, it may need around 10,000 lines of code. Two people or number of 2, there are 2 people are there in working in this application. Let us say that they shared 5,000 lines of code each. So 4 months, it is enough. So you are giving to that, you are giving that application to your or submitting as a small project to your university or some kind of an department. So after that, what happens? So there is no issue. That is, as part of a student, if you are developing an application, it does not have a proper rule. Let us say that you may follow any kind of a rule. There is no restrictions. There are no standards which have been followed by you in developing such kind of application as a student. But when you are an employer in a company, when you are an employee of a company, then there will be a problem that this as a client, let us say that if you are a client, there is a company, if you are giving some task that I need an application for my company, that is software for my company, then that company will be deciding based on the number of persons per month. So how many people are going to develop that application? How many of them are writing lines of code? How many lines of code they will be sharing? In the student application, we used only 2 people. That is 2 people have been involved in that, and they shared among themselves as 5,000 lines of code. But the same thing as an employee in a company, you may not write all 5,000 lines of code. You may write less than that one. You may write only 100 lines of codes or 1,000 lines of codes just per person month. That is, we are calculating a person per month how many lines of code he can write. So software company will be following some kind of standards and rules, thumb rules. They have to follow the thumb rules that every person should work for this many hours and this number of lines of code has to be given, assigned to it. As a student, there is no restriction. He can work out anywhere. And one more thing here, whichever application is developed by the students as a student system, they don't have any standards, and they are, if they have bugs also, that is not a problem at all. And if you are discussing about the company oriented, that is industry standard application or industry standard application or industrial strength software, which as an employee you are developing, then it needs all the rules and formulations to be followed. An application which is developed by the student, it does not need a high quality of the software also. And the cost may not involve huge, and the time limit may not be the same. It may take 4 to 5 months also. But whereas the industry strength software, that is industry strength software, is nothing but a software which is meant for industrial purpose or business oriented purpose. So if you are developing an application regarding the industry, then you have to follow the rules. regulations, everything, and the cost of the application may rise when compared to the student application, and the quality of the application will be higher when compared to the student application. So the time in which the application has been delivered to the client will be less when compared to the student's application. So these are the several issues which are related to the software development. One thing is for sure that if you are developing an application as a student, it does not follow any kind of a rules. It does not take care. That is a cost, schedule, quality. There is no compromise. That is the compromise has to be done on the student applications. But when as an employee in the company, the software must be very clear. Okay. So these are some of the aspects which give rise to the software development issues. So we are going to discuss such things, that is regarding softwares, what are the key aspects which have been involved in the developing the software. So let me share one screen regarding the software engineering. Kindly tell me everyone whether the screen is visible to you or not. If it is visible, please say yes in the chat box. Are you able to see the screen? Okay, right. Thank you. So now I will talk about the same aspects in terms of the software. Let me see one by one. So this is the first slide which I am going to present you. So this is the first topic in your first unit, which deals with the introduction of the software, and it will discuss about the software problems which are arising when they are going to develop. I have some disturbance. Please mute yourself. Somebody joined it right now. Please mute yourself. Infinix X603. Who is this? Please mute yourself. Okay, this is the first topic which is there in your first unit of software engineering subject. So what does it discuss about? This unit will discuss, this topic will discuss about what are the problems which a developer, as a software developer, you need to concentrate on. Please mute yourself. Everyone. Okay. So these are what are the problems which can arise when you are developing as part of an company? Then what are the problems you need to know when the software is going to be developed? So this is the first screen. Next. So just now I told you, if you have to write a 10,000 lines of program in C to solve a problem, how long it will take you to write those 10,000 lines of program in C? So the answer is generally given that it may range from 2 to 4 months. And you see some terminologies are available over here, that is productivity. Productivity is nothing but the outputs based on the input resources. So what the output? Output is nothing but our application. The input resources are nothing but the language used or the resources what you are trying to use in it. So in software, output is considered in the terms of lines of code. LOC means lines of code. So this is one kind of an terminology which is used over here. So what are the input resources here? Input resources is nothing but the number of persons who are working on that application in 1 month, per month. That is what effort is maintained here. Input resources are nothing but number of person per month who are working on that application. And here, some productivity measures needed, so a project has to keep it high. It means that if the software resulted according to the months which have been mentioned here, 2 to 4 months, then the productivity is measured in terms of high output with the less input resources. Okay, this is the same. It is mentioned is the productivity is the 2.5 to 5,000 lines of what is K? KLOC is nothing but 1,000. K means 1,000 lines of code per person per month. Per person per month. So what is the productivity in a typical commercial software organization? Just now you have visited, this is regarding the student application. 2 to 4 months, it needs 10,000 lines of program using C language. So the productivity may rise to 2.5 to 5,000 lines of code per person per month. That is about student application. Now, if you are dealing with the software organization, it may range between 100 to 1,000 lines of code per person per month. It means that it is not more. It is less number of lines will be there for every employee when compared to the student application. Then a question arises, why is it low? When your productivity is so high, why the less number of lines of code has been assigned to the software organizations? So one thing is must here, the quality and the time. That is what major things here. You observe the answer here. Student is building an application and a application which is intended for industry are two different things. So student is building an application is one thing, that is a different variety. When a person is developing an application for industry, it needs different things. Two different things here. So we are considering here, in a university, a student system is built while the commercial organization builds industrial strength software. So in university, let us say that you have a project, you are developing an application that is different when compared to the application which is developed in the software companies. Is it same or the different? Answer me in the chat box. An application which is developed as a student in your college or in university and an application which is developed in the company, is it same or different? Okay. No, sir. Right. Why it is different? Because as a student in university, you will not follow the same rules which have been followed in the companies, yes or no? Because the rules may be different, the time may be different. Let us say that as a project, as a student in university, it may need 2.5 to 3 months, maximum 3 months for your application, whichever application you are developing. So that is what the main issue here. When an application which is developed as per an industry, they have to follow the standards. They have some kind of a common rules and standards to be followed. So that is what it is mentioned here. In a university, a student system is built while the commercial organization builds for the industrial strength software. Now you have to remember that industrial strength software is nothing but a software which is intended for companies or any kind of a company. Now, next point, it is mentioning that what is the difference between a student program and an industrial strength software for the same problem. Let us say the same problem has been given to two different sections of people. One is an employee of a company and one is a student of a university. So when a software which has been assigned, a problem which has been assigned to an employee in a company, then he has to follow a standard called as IEEE standards. IEEE standards, he has to follow the procedures what they have mentioned, or ISO standards, you know the international standards, ISO standards, they have to follow procedures, rules, and associated documentation and data for the software which have been developed under the companies as an employee. But whereas student, he may not be developing an application for a company. He just gives as an assignment or some kind of a project development over the academics. Now you see some kind of a differences where a software is viewed in a different way in the different perspectives as a student and as an employee in a company. So let us go first. That is a student. As a student, he is the developer and he is the user. Let us say that he is the developer as well as the user of the application. Now bugs are tolerable. Bugs are nothing but errors which are available in the software, which can arise due to some kind of misconceptions happening in the programming. So these bugs are tolerable when a student is developing an application. And user interface. What is user interface? User interface is nothing but through which you are going to interact with your application, like demonstrating icons or the appearance or the different types of looks or screens, display. All these things come under user interface. That is not at all important aspect of the student applications. And one more thing here, the third point, it is mentioned as no documentation. So as a student, if you are developing an application, if there is no documentation is needed, because what you are going to do, how you are going to do, it does not have importance in developing an application as part of a student application. Now coming to the industrial strength, now who are the users here? Users may be the clients, users may be any company who needs the software. So others are the users. Bugs not at all tolerated. User interface is an important issue, and they need the documents needed for the user as well as for the organization and the project. So one thing is for sure, when you are going to develop a software, everything must be, when you are going to develop a software as part of a company, everything should be in a documented format. Either you do a corrective software or any bug oriented software also, everything needs a documentation. But whereas a student, it may not. Okay, now we will see some other issues regarding the software development as part of student and industrial software. Now coming to the student, software not in critical use. Whichever application is developed as part of the student, it may not be used by everyone. It may not be accessed by everybody all over the world, all over the India or whatever it may be, all over. Next, reliability under student. The second point is mentioned as reliability, robustness, not important at all. So what do you mean by reliability? Reliability is nothing but free from failures. It means reliable. Let us say that how you are going to trust one person, how you are going to trust any one product, how you are going to trust anything. So if you know that you have a belief, that is, they will not go wrong. That is what the common thing which will happen according to your trust. So reliability is nothing but the software is free from bugs or failures. And one more thing, who is this? Vamshi? Vamshi belonging to your class or not? Okay. So, and one more thing, robustness. Robustness is nothing but how much your software is going to cope up with different aspects of different environments. So same thing, they are something similarity between reliability and robustness. Robustness is nothing but strong enough to encounter any kind of malwares or some kind of viruses. So it is very much strong enough. So they are not important in student applications. It is less than 5 minutes. I will continue. I will finish this. So there is no investment needed as part of the student. That is, there is no cost involved in this one. They will not use some infrastructure. They will be developing as part of just investment is nothing but not huge amount of money. Don't care about the portability. Portability is one thing where you carry your applications over the one system to the other system. It cannot be possible with an application which is developed as part of the students. Next, coming to industrial strength software supports important functions, business. So any software which has been developed as part of industrials, it will be having an important functionality in the company and it is related to some business. If you feel that it is not reliable, it is not robust, that software is waste for usage. Every software which has been developed for a company oriented aspects, then it has to be follow everything. Next, heavy investment will be done because every employee has to be paid who is working in the company. Whether he is working for 1 month also or 10 days also, he has to be paid. That's it. The services which have been utilized by the company has to be paid enough. So heavy investments have been made for developing every software. So portability is a key issue here, but it is not at all an issue in student applications. So every company related softwares, portability is an important aspect also. Let me brief it once again, what we discussed today, because it is less than 3 minutes. So today we discussed something like what exactly problems can arise when you are developing an application called as a software. The software is nothing but set of instructions which have been given to perform a particular task. Now, when you are going to develop a software, the software is going to be developed to overcome some of the problems which have been arised in a particular industry or a company or any kind of a field. So to eliminate such kind of a problems, we are developing a user interface for it that is called as a software application. So software application will be concentrating on several issues like the productivity. Productivity is nothing but the output which is generated based on the input resources which have been used. And it will also concentrate on the cost, schedule, and what is that? Cost, schedule, and quality. These are the main driving forces which makes the software to be delivered very fastly. Very fastly with less cost. How much quality you are going to improve, that also matters here. Next thing, you have something like productivity. There is some terminology has been used here, lines of code per person per month. So for a large projects, large softwares, huge softwares, you need more number of people. Small software, you need less number of people. So less number of lines of code have been implemented. Let us say that if your people are less, more number of lines of code has to be written. If the more number of people are there, then less number of lines of code has to be written, which happens in the companies. Now, this is what are the several issues which have been discussed. And just now, any software, it has to follow some standards, that is ISO standards or IEEE standards. These are the standards which have given any software to be built according to the procedure, rules, associated documentation, everything must be there. And there are some differentiation between the student aspect of developing an application and industrial strength software development. So these are several things. That is, there are most commonly things will happen. Okay. I think everyone understood. If you have any problem, please write in the chat box or message me. Who is this Vanaja? Vanaja, almost class is finished. Okay, if you have any doubt, please write in chat box. Are you able to understand or not?